Hello and welcome to my playthrough of Final Fantasy Tactics. This is the 13th story mission of the game, Zaland Fort City. If you've been following along, then you'll know that I've kind of been coasting through the last few fights, but that's going to end here. Zaland Fort City is a tough fight, and there are a few reasons for this. One of the reasons is that my casters here don't have particularly good gear, so their HP is pretty low, and there are guys on the other side who can really take advantage of that. Second reason, I don't have quite the powerful level of guests that I've enjoyed in the past few fights. Mustadio is sort of average power. Agrias is pretty good, but she's saddled with a terrible starting position, so she's not quite as effective as she could normally be. Third reason this is a tough fight, wizards you just saw popping out there. This is the first time in a little while that I'm actually going to have to deal with ranged units on the other side of the fence. I've had a couple fights where I could just horribly abuse melee for the entire fight, basically, and now all of a sudden I have to go back to dealing with actual offensive threats. And I'm also going to save Mustadio here, just in case things weren't hard enough already. So, hopefully this all works. Anyway, the first thing that's going to happen here is Mustadio's going to choose to go left or right. Left is safe, right is dangerous. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he's going left, which is safe, which is definitely better, in my opinion. There is an advantage to him going right in that he'll get a bunch of units to cluster on that side of the map, and it's easier to AoE them all. And I've deliberately brought Ramza in here with Shiva so that he can do that. But I'd rather have Mustadio in a position where he's not in danger of getting killed before I can even get to him, as has happened in previous attempts on this. Oh, now it looks like they're all going to line up right in front of the giant wall there, which is pretty good. I should be able to get my AoE on them anyway, and that would go a long ways, because one of the things I really would like to do is get those wizards dealt with before these archers get close enough to start shooting at me, because I can probably take the damage from one of those two groups, but from both groups it will be next to impossible to survive. Also, Agrias, you just saw jump up there. The big thing about this map is having jump +1, or rather, a jump rating of 4. You'll notice I can also get my knight over the wall here, because I've done the same thing for him. And it's going to help them get into this fight a lot faster. Although I had hoped he would be able to kill this wizard. He's going to be 4 damage short, unfortunately. So I'm going to try a shell here, because I want to protect my casters against their casters, who can do some pretty scary damage. I have seen them able to one-shot my priest here, so I definitely want to try to get this to work. So let's just go with it here, and I'll just move the summoner in. So they got a haste off. And they got both wizards with it, which is pretty much the opposite of what I want to have happen. Ilya, however, can also cast haste, so I think I will try that in order to counter their haste. 59%, huh? I swear they have terrible sign compatibility or something. So, Ramza has Shiva, and I really want to land it on the 3 guys who've lined up in front of my knight there. However, I'm going to have to move for that. Looks like I need to move 1 forward and 1 to the right. This is really like a huge source of my offense right here. If I can get this landed, it'll do most of the work that I need up front. It's going to kill one of the wizards. It'll have one of them low, and as a bonus, the knight will take a lot of damage. Although the knights are mostly a distraction on this map. It's really about the wizards and the archers. Alright, so the shell is up. So, should the worst come to pass, their other wizard will survive, but he won't want to just one-shot my casters. Unfortunately, I'm not getting anything out of that haste. So that's basically a wasted turn. Alright, here we go. Shiva. That's pretty good damage. Yeah, this wizard is at half. Although he's going to cast something over in Ramza's area. And he might actually be able to get him down, since I think Ramza is in the mid-50s for HP right now. Or not. Mustadio takes out the wizard. Very nice. So that actually, I managed to do it, and I've got both the wizards gone before the archers are coming in, although just before the archers come in. So let's see what she's going to do. 45 of the 56 remaining HP. I guess I'd knock him down to 11. And she's about to knock Mustadio down to 17, looks like. So yeah, that's why you want to have the wizards dealt with by the time the archers get in. And you'll notice turn 2, Agris is in. The spike boots have done their job. Although, yeah, there's not really much... It would be difficult to get her in any faster. Anyway, since Ramza is basically going to die if I don't do this, yeah, I don't really want him at 11 HP at any point, because he only has 64. I'm just going to keep him topped off, because with such low HP, you have to play it safe. Really, I'm just knocking off the 12 from that Hell Ivy from the beginning. Oh, and speaking of that, so I guess that means that if I hadn't healed him, he would have died to the shot. Unless my summoner would have had a chance here. And she's at 43, and the other archer... Oh, she's at full. Alright. Well, I think we probably... Yeah. I'll try to take her on her. Oh, okay. Be one and done. Yeah, so there is the charge, so I wouldn't have had another chance to heal. So, yeah, that is why you keep your low HP guys topped up. And I should heal him, but now that I'm looking at Mustadio, he's really low. And if Ramza goes and dies, that starts a ticking clock. But if Mustadio dies, that ends the fight instantly. So I'd rather have him full and Ramza in the danger area. And what am I going to do with Ramza? He can't heal himself, so I think I'd just like to preach to Ilya. But, yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to reach her from there. So I'm going to have to move him. Let's just move him here and see what happens. No. Okay, well, it's Suzanne, I guess. Yeah, back to this. Alright. She's actually starting to get pretty good at that Moogle. Mustadio is shooting some random knight in the back. Okay. Mind break. So the scary archer with the ridiculous damage goes again. Oh, and she's going to kill Ramza, of course. So, or I could get a weapon block. That's pretty nice. I'm not going to complain. The alternative would have been not getting the weapon block. Agris would have had to have run out and... Oh, wait, no. She doesn't have that anymore. So that would have just started the ticking clock. Probably would have been a loss. So let's heal him up, since I definitely don't need that happening. Huh. And meanwhile, Timothy can take no damage. And I did mean for him to tank, but at this rate, he's not going to take any damage whatsoever. He's going to deal a pile to this knight. I'm choosing the one who's less wounded, because I'm hoping Agris will come in and stasis sword them both. Mustadio is not quite so discerning, and he's going to put that guy down into critical range. Well, I guess they were both pretty low. Now this guy's going to potion anyway. Yeah. So who do I Moogle? Oh, why am I even asking that question? Of course we're going to Moogle Ramza. And she actually has a moment free, so I think I'm going to put some offense in here and get these guys a bit lower, because I would imagine that Agrias, she kind of consistently hits for around 45, so I need to get these guys just a little bit lower, so I think a bolt will do that. Yeah, pretty much exactly the right amount of damage for that. And let's put him behind the summoner in case the bow hits her instead, and then I can preach very easily. And it will even work, that's nice. And there's the bolt, and that has them... He's got to be right on the border, because they should both basically be in critical range. And another 45 from the archer. And it looks like Agrias is going to... Yep. Going to get them both. Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. So now it is just the scary archer. So I guess I'll bring Timothy up back onto the wall. Not quite close enough to hit, though. Stadio looks like he's trying to get a better angle, I guess. Yep. And... really, what else am I going to do but Moogle? I'm perfectly happy to let Ramza tank all your ridiculous archery damage. Oh, and now I can finally start on her. Still got a lot of damage left to go. I could bolt, but no, she's going to move out of range, so the bolt's basically worthless. Or I would end up shooting myself, which is pretty reckless, so I think I'll just move back into Moogle range here and wait for a better opportunity. Ilya is the one who got the wizard robes that Ovelia comes with, so that's why she has a ton of MP and a lot more HP than my other guys. You know, and apparently the archers decided that my white mage is a juicier target now. Okay, well, I'm still going to move Ramza out of the way, but first I am going to continue that preaching. And now I can get him into the doorway, where she shouldn't be able to shoot him. I've got crystals coming. And that is rough to soak when you've got guys who are like 60 and 70 HP max each. And Mustadi will have her down to 22, so she's basically done. Yeah, you're gonna heal yourself now. I guess if you're going to heal yourself, you might as well move further back. And I guess while I'm at it... yeah, haste. Better option than just standing around. And I don't need Moogle. Okay, that one actually worked. Too bad it's only when the fight's already decided that she manages to pull it off. I guess Agrias didn't get close enough. I could take Timothy in. Or I could take the crystal. I think I'm going to do that. I'm sure that my guests will finish her off pretty quick here. She's even coming back. Heh. Now she has to settle on shooting the summoner. I kind of want that. Well, yeah. Preach once more to Ilya, and then I'll run off and see if I can get close to the treasure chest. Probably not going to be able to get to it, but might as well take a stab at it. Or Mustadio can grab it. works for me. Oh, only a mithril vest. Well, not so great. But he is ending the fight. Alright, so that will do it for Zaland Fort City. That's a rough fight. Kind of a glass cannon shootout at the very beginning, and then just try to hold on. Next up we've got Barias Hill, which is also pretty rough. They've got some brutal summoners on that one. So, stick around.